for forces, and the request for forces is not coming from within our own military. It's coming from the civilian population. So,
yeah, my ankle hurts too.
War with China right now is a nightmare situation. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, but they can throw bodies at us.
Yeah, because nobody even knows what China has fully. Let's be honest, because I remember the time they launched their, okay, I keep mixing this two, the hypersonic missile and the supersonic missile, I keep mixing them. When China launched it, nobody knew it. And they launched it was just like a kind of like test run, just to show.
And they did it on purpose, Uncle.
Yeah.
So we know that they got something even tougher than what they've shown us.
Exactly. So it's not, I don't think it's a this thing. But someone asked about like Russia and China coming to support Iran. I don't think they'll put boots on the ground. What the best they will do for them is they'll send equipment, intelligence, and all that. But put boots on the ground now, they're not going to do that because they don't want a direct confrontation with the U.S.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Korea might send somebody. North Korea, that motherfucker roguish.
Nah, I don't see North Korea as that much of a threat, honestly. I don't.
No, they're not a real threat, but they'll send people. They don't care. Like, they send people to Ukraine.
Yeah, possibly. They could. They could,
but 3,000 soldiers to Ukraine. And almost all of them died. 2,000 and change have died.
Stupid motherfuckers. No, but the military thing, because I studied it from outside, I watched it from outside, so I don't know what it is to be on the ground, but I'm kind of curious to see what a war would look like. I'm curious, but I don't want it to happen, don't get me wrong, because I know it's going to be devastating.
Yeah, don't. So that's what I'm saying. Could there ever be a war between two nuclear nations? I mean, at the end of the day, let's just say, I know this is not going to be the case. Let's say the United States goes into a country like China and starts fucking them up. I think you just threaten nuclear shit all damn day. You have no choice but to back down. Like, I can't imagine a war with a nuclear nation, like, ever happening. Unless it's, we're ending this bit. Unless you got some crazy person like fucking Donald Trump will end the damn world at that point.
Or old motherfuckers who are in office.
Yeah.
They're like, shit, I'm about to be on a couple years anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has to be some people that don't care to lose their lives making that decision.
Yeah, shit crazy. Once it goes nuclear, all of us are dying. So that one I'm not. Once it goes nuclear, we're all dying. But I did ask a question in the room. I asked a lot of military personnel. So, Asia and that party, I'm going to ask you guys this question. Hypothetical situation, right? This is a nightmare situation, really. Russia fires 1,000 nuclear missiles at the U.S., right? What do you think is going to happen? Because I personally do not think the U.S. can deflect all the 1,000.
They're going to
kind of hypothetical is this? What's going on?
They're going to send the president and certain people into those hidden areas.
Fuck the rest of us.
Let the rest of y'all die.
I'm trying to get a quick note in before I die.
Oh my God.
It's a wrap, yo.
And check this out. I was in Hawaii. I just got to Hawaii. Hawaii has this alert system. When I first got stationed in Hawaii, this was probably within like the first 6 months, we had got this alert. Did y'all hear about this?
Mm-hmm.
That we had incoming to the island?
Yeah, wasn't like the specialist who saved y'all? A female?
No. So there was no incoming.
No, I know, but I'm saying the person who was involved with it to report it or some shit.
I don't know. I just know that.
I remember parts of it, but okay, yeah, my bad.
But they said they had incoming into Hawaii, and every civilian, military, everybody, they have this on their phone. So what happened was my phone went off. This how you know I'm fucked up, y'all. I'm really fucked up. My daughter was like, Mom, there's bombs coming into Hawaii. I was like, go hide in the bathroom. I went back to sleep. I was like, fuck it, if I'm gonna die. Shit, I said, go in the bathroom. You and your sister go in the bathroom. I said, go in the bathroom and close the door. I went back to sleep. I was like, fuck it. I looked at my phone. I was like, man, fuck it. God want me, he got me. So I'm going back to bed. That's how I know. It gets to the point where you just don't give a fuck if they tell me. wanted to clear and get my ass so high. Yeah, but that shit was funny as fuck. They was like, what was you doing? I said I was sleeping. They were like, you slept through that shit, the civilians. I was like, fuck yeah, man. I'm tired of this shit. That shit sound like the incoming sirens. You used to sleep through that shit, right, Haitian?
Fuck no, I ain't see that shit.
Yeah. I got tired of it.
Shit.
And you must have been a special level of tired to sleep through it.
Yeah, you just got that time. 6 deployments is 6 years of your life. Every fucking day you got fucking rockets coming in. Or every fucking day you on a fucking road and don't know if you got we got hit with IED. That's why I got fucking permanent nerve damage. It's from a fucking IED. Like, not from something as simple as maybe falling down and hit. Like, I didn't get to get hurt. My hurt was fucking sitting in a vehicle. It didn't even hit my vehicle. It hit a vehicle 2 vehicles ahead of me. So, like, imagine I've been in the Army right now 15 years. 6 years of my 15 years, and the only thing that saved me was the grace of being in Hawaii and fucking being in this position I'm in now. But every fucking other year, imagine fucking living like that. You get tired of that shit. After a while, it just become a way of life.
Or imagine developing more of your friends overseas and you do it stateside.
Right. Like, imagine being on a road that's in the middle of the desert, and you be like, yo, what happened to that house that used to be over there where those little kids used to come out? Like, it's weird. It's real fucking, it becomes your second home. And then you come back from deployments, you play music, right? And you hear something like the bass in the fucking vehicle. This is right when you come home. Your ass about to drive off the side of the road. Like, that shit be fucked up.
Look, I had to do EMDR to drive again.
Man, that shit be fucked up. Cause you hear boom, and a bass, you be like, one time, they told us we can't drive they tell you can't drive up to 72 hours when you come back from deployment. I was sneaking driving, and I had my daughter in the back of the car, and I had my music loud, and the fucking bass came in. I like to drive me and her off the side. I like to drive us off the fucking road into a fucking ditch. Cause I thought it was incoming. That shit be crazy, man.
Or when you see some wires on the fucking street.
That shit
On the
be,
passes.
I mean, you be straight after maybe 3 months, right, Haitian?
Nah, it took me longer. After last time I got fucked up. Nah, it took a lot longer than that.
Yeah, well, I be straight after a couple months. Like, after you start to get back I'm in the United States. But
I'm saying, even to this day, Gotti, if I'm on the highway and I see something, you know what I mean? It could be a plastic bag, you know what I mean? But I'm still getting, you know what I mean? More alert.
yeah, I ain't like that right now. I'm gone. But I have a girlfriend right now, a homegirl. Like, the other day when I was telling her she didn't take, you know why she spent the night over here sometimes? Because she's fucked up. Like, she be sad. So we had a girlfriend, her name's Bailey. She used to always go out on, she was an E7. She always would be the convoy commander. She was one of the FSC's convoy commanders. Used to do all the logistic runs, right? She was in a fucking MRAP and did not combat lock her doors.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, IED blew up in the truck that was in front of her, not their truck, the truck in front of her. Because her door was not fucking combat locked, it sucked her and the driver out the car. So when all this happened, it goes back to your S3, or would be your command center. So when it goes back to them, you have a team that goes out to collect the vehicles, the bodies, all that. So the team was going out, and I run back to the CHU to tell our other homegirls, my other homegirl Mindy. I was like, yo, Mindy, Bailey was out there, and she was like, I want to go. We told her not to go. Bailey was one of the people that died, and she picked up her arm, her fucking leg, couldn't find her head. Like, her body went all over the place. And, like, to this day, like, right now, like, even last night when she was feeling like yesterday, I was like, yo, I gotta go here. Do you mind taking my dog? I got you. But there's times in the middle of the night, she will be crying. She calls to stay over because she keeps remembering, like, just picking up this girl's body. It's in her brain forever. Like, that shit, I feel bad for her. It doesn't go away. Especially when it's somebody that you care about.
Like, my homeboy Jay, you don't like? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
His whole fucking squad got killed. So imagine they the only one left from your squad.
Now imagine this too. You a company commander. All your soldiers. He was the first sergeant. Haitian was the first sergeant. These soldiers are 18, 19, 20 years old. These are kids.
Yep.
These are young ass kids.
Yep. Get old quick though.
I was fucking 21 on my first deployment. I was a kid.
19.
I didn't even get to drink my first fucking alcohol because I was fucking legal because I was outside.
Yep. Different.
Yeah, and this is all, I'm grateful you guys are sharing this too, because I think people cavalierly talk about like going into war all the time, like it's no big deal. You know, like I don't want to call out people like Trent, but it's like a game of Battleship, you know, for them. It's like, oh, all right, A4 to my B, like it's not like that. Like my stepbrother would tell me, because he served like 3 deployments. One was in Mosul as well. And man, the shit he would tell me, it's like, I can't even imagine like what y'all go through and the way people talk about war. It's like, oh, no big deal. It's really fucking frustrating. I mean, I don't know what the average age that was deployed. I know in Vietnam it was 19. I mean, it's insane.
About the same.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the war, they were sending 17-year-olds with them too. They stopped sending the 17-year-olds, I think, 2005? I don't know the history. But I do know that by the time I went, you couldn't deploy for it if you were 17. They keep you as ready. But
Shit.
they told us 2003, 2001, fucking 17-year-olds were fucking shooting M16s, 50 cal, fucking on tanks, fucking getting blown the fuck up. You got kids coming back that don't have nothing. You know, there's people that come back every deployment. If you're in a heavy brigade combat team or if you're in an infantry, every deployment there's gonna be somebody that comes back with nothing but a fucking torso. Like it's really fucked up. And then when people be like, yo, we need to go to war, in the back of my mind, I be like, fuck you, you go to war, bitch. Like, y'all don't, that should be really, like, I don't give a fuck. I be like, yo, let them countries battle that shit out. They need to figure it out.
That's why I like when you're bored, man, for any of the other. Now, we doing that? I'm telling this bullshit. Patty, when you telling me that I'm unpatriotic, and what do you say to me that I hate this country because I talk ill about it? And I'm a dummy for wearing a uniform for 20 years and still blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if your stupid motherfucking ass doesn't know what it's like to be in that situation, so why the fuck would you just be so quick to go to war?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just,
That's crazy, man.
And the thing is,
I'm 45 now, right? So I'm looking at I have my nephew in the military. So I'm looking at how my mother used to live when she was crying, I used to be growing up. I'd be laughing like, what the fuck are you crying for? It's all good. Now at 45, I'm saying, yo, this shit is stupid. No matter what happens, no one wins, period. And definitely not us fucking on the ground. So bullshit, man.
So let me give y'all a funny story, right? This is Patty. So what happened was I did split ops. People don't know what split ops is, but split ops is people that go to basic training 1 year. So mind you, I went to basic training 1 year, and then the following year I went to my school, right? So with split ops, active duty. So because I went active duty, it was the needs of the Army. So they sent me straight to fucking Iraq. It's like as soon as I came to the base, they gave me like a Kevlar and a freaking vest. They didn't give me none of my freaking RFI. I had to get my RFI.
You didn't deploy by yourself to the unit?
Yeah, I deployed by myself. That was part of the split ops plan.
Yeah.
If I wanted to transfer from National Guard, they was going to send, they send you to where you're needed. And when they request for forces, they need an officer, they're going to send you there, right? So I just commissioned. It was like, this is where you're going. Here's your orders. Report to your unit. You have this many days. As soon as I sign in, you're supposed to have 10 days to get in process. That was like, fuck your in process. You have 5 days. You're going to Iraq. You need to go here to go pick up your stuff. I had to go pick up a Kevlar, pick up a vest. I picked up my Kevlar vest, packed up a bag. They gave me some additional uniforms, and I went forward. Picked up the rest of my fucking shit in Kuwait. I don't know any better. I'm a girl. Leave me alone. I have my complexion is weird, right? So like certain parts of my body will be lighter, and certain parts, like if I don't fucking like tan. On top of our shoes, nobody can really see them. And the girl Mindy, that's here in Atlanta, she's from Atlanta. The girl Mindy, she was like one of my first friends I met. She was actually at E6. She was the E6 platoon sergeant at the time. She was like, girl, so we were in the shower talking. I was like, oh God, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna take you around, you'll meet everybody. And I was like, yeah. So we're taking a shower, and I was like, girl, look at my body. Like, I got all these colors, right? So like under my shirt, I'm like really light, and my arms are dark. And she was like, oh, I got the perfect thing for you. She was doing this the whole time. Nobody really notices a white girl on top of the damn shoes. But when my black ass went on top of the shoes, everybody knew. Well, what ended up happening, they started calling me Baghdad Barbie. What I did was, we took some towels, went on top of the shoes, and we were like sunbathing on top of the shoes so we can get our tan. And when the guys were coming back from the thing, I guess they seen, there was some guy that was in the gun truck that was like, there's 2 females on top of the shoes. And they went back and reported it, and they were like, yeah, what are you doing up there? We're getting a tan. It was like, this is not where you get a tan. I didn't know nothing about incoming. We didn't have incoming. We were building, at the time, we were building this place called Fob Hammer. But yeah, it was bad. Everybody, from there, it's like, I would go to meetings. They were like, hey, what's up, Baghdad Barbie? And I was like, yeah, whatever, motherfuckers. Just fucking, let's do the brief. Like, it was bad. Yeah, stupid. You know I was a civilian for real. I didn't know nothing about the military. All I knew was they said, that's why you don't want the National Guard in your active duty unit. Because they would do stupid. That's what the National Guard does, for real.
Yo, the nasty guard.
Yeah. I didn't know no better. I thought I was in a hidden space.
Yeah, we used to get like sometimes details in the rear, like in garrison to train National Guards that get activated to deploy. And that shit was scary. That shit was really scary, right? I get my friends though. It's like for me, I couldn't do part-time and then have to flip the switch to be, you know what I mean?
I didn't really go to a National Guard unit too, though. That's the thing.
No, I'm saying to give credit to them that they won't have to deal with that shit.
What do you mean?
I'm saying if you're a civilian, right, but you're in the guard or you're a guard member, right, you're living your regular life.
Oh yeah, I feel bad.
Yeah, then you get called up and it's like, this is us to, active duty. This is the shit we live every day.
Yeah, I feel bad for like if there's somebody in the National Guard Reserves, they not used to that shit. So when they deploy, they be all over the place.
Yep. You know what I mean? And like, especially if you're settling your career too, and you're not, 20 years old and fucking leaving your job and all this stuff, it's just.
Let me tell you you how fucked up the government is too. Every Friday they have seafood Friday.
Yo, my son,
This is downrange, we have sushi Thursday.
Yo, I can't believe this.
So seafood, let me tell you what they
Surf and turf.
give us lobsters. They give us fucking crabs. You can put in a request. They will like the government will feed you that shit. If I say I want the whole lobster, just not lobster. Yes, lobster every fucking Friday. You get lobster, steak, crabs. You know why they do that shit? Because that might be your last fucking meal. Mm-hmm. So they want to make sure that they gave you something really fucking nice while you were fucking deployed. And I'm talking about we be having fucking third country nationalists. We had fucking Caesar salads where they were there like spinning the Caesar salad. Like they fucking like feed your ass really good. Like motherfuckers come back from deployment fat as fuck.
But you're only getting that in the red, in the sense like what I mean, like a bottom type shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Like not the tops, right?
Yeah. But the reason why I was laughing when you said that, because my son was like talking about something about, so somebody saw some shit online about, the steak and dinners in the military or whatever, like before you go to war. And I'm like, bro, the first time I had lobster in my whole fucking life was in Afghanistan. So, yeah.
They feed you good. Dude, one time, so we had some Hawaiian kid wanted to do underground pork or something. They had them fucking in the middle of the desert. They cooked a whole fucking pig in the fucking desert for them. Like you put in requests. Like for me, I was a material manager at one time. Any request that them soldiers request for when it comes to food for subsistence, class 1 request, we approve it if you're downrange. We don't say no. If it's legal in the country, even with, you go to a dry country, do you know now, you can go to these countries where they can't have alcohol, but they've worked it out with the government that for Super Bowl, they will allow them to drink beer. So they give them these little tickets. And you get I think the first year they gave them 2 tickets, so they get 2 beers. And this is in a dry country where you cannot have no alcohol.
Or you become friends with the Brits and they get you the shit from their warehouses.
Or the SF.
Yes, you get the actual absolute, not the local fake bullshit.
But yeah, those dry countries let us drink for Super Bowl. And them motherfucking soldiers be getting drunk. I used to be like, there better not be no incoming or something crazy. And these motherfuckers have to go outside the wire because then we gonna be dead. I mean, nothing happened, but. Man. I think this is the best, worst job I've ever had. It's like a love-hate relationship. Sammy said, yeah, we had beer on Super Bowl. We used to make fake mimosas with that near beer. For breakfast, we'd be having our...
What's near beer? What's that?
It's non-alcoholic beer. We'd use that and orange juice and act like we were drinking mimosas for breakfast. That's what dumb lieutenants do. But yeah. Let me see what's going on in the news. Hold on, let me go here real quick and see if it... Okay, it's nothing.
There's nothing.
Yeah, it was something I was trying to listen to see if it was any good. Because you know some of these videos don't match the story. So I guess ICE has a whistleblower now. You ever heard about that?
Yeah, so there was some testimony or something. Was a hearing?
I don't know. It's saying an employee resigned from the immigration agency less than 2 weeks ago. Was spokesperson for whistleblower A, the legal group representing Schwenk, said he quit the agency in protest. It stands as one of the first instances of an ICE official who has served under the second Trump administration publicly rebuking the agency and inadequacy of its training. He resigned from ICE on February 13th, according to congressional aides. The hearing was organized by Senator Bloomington of Connecticut and Rep. Garcia of California. Schweck said Monday, I am duty bound to tell you the ICE Basic Immigration Enforcement Training Program is now deficient, defective, and broken. He's alleged ICE officials are lying about the amount of training new recruits receive. In addition to his testimony, CBS obtained internal agency documents that were part of the disclosure he and U.S. government whistleblowers shared with Congress. This includes the July 2025 syllabus for the ICE Officer Training Program and an updated one dated February 2026. Within a 7-month span, training dropped from 72 to 42 days. Multiple courses dealing with use of force appeared to be removed. The documents also included model daily schedule from January 2026 that shows at least some of the ICE new recruits are receiving about half the training hours as previous cohorts.
Again, you want me to play the clip? I got it. Of this. This is the ICE attorney, former attorney, right?
I mean, that might be some. Maybe.
Maybe it's something else, but this just came out today, or at least the clip came out.
Okay, play it.
Okay, let me make sure I mention it all. All right. This is the ex-ICE attorney, I guess testifying in front of Congress. 1 second, sorry.
I am duty bound to report the legally required training program at the ICE Academy is deficient, defective, and broken. 5 months ago, I was asked to teach the law to new cadets at the ICE Academy in Glencoe, Georgia, where ICE is training its new, inexperienced recruits. I volunteered, those without law enforcement training, I volunteered to take on this assignment based on my experience in law enforcement oversight, including at the state and local level prior to my work with ICE. On my first day, I received secretive orders to teach new cadets to violate the Constitution by entering homes without a judicial warrant. For the last 5 months, I watched ICE dismantle the training program, cutting 240 hours of vital classes from a 584-hour program. Classes that teach the Constitution, our legal system, firearms training, the use of force, lawful arrests, proper detention, and the limits of officers' authority. For example, they ceased all of the legal instructions regarding use of force. This means that cadets are not taught what it means to be objectively reasonable, the very standard which the law requires them to meet when deciding whether or not to use deadly force. Our jobs as instructors are to teach them so well that they can make split-second decisions about what they can and cannot do in life or death situations. Yet, in the name of churning out an endless stream of officers, DHS leadership has dismantled the academic and practical tests that we need to know if cadets can safely and lawfully perform their job. All to satisfy an administration demanding they train thousands of new officers before the end of the year. DHS told the public that new cadets receive all the training they need to perform their duties. I am here because I am duty bound.
That's it. That's it.
Somebody's snitching.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's just the beginning. I'll post the link in case anybody wants to see it or hear it.
I've got some breaking news, which has really warmed my heart. Before I do that, I see Brother Seneb is here. Brother Seneb, I'm going to ask you to go online and check and see who the #1 college men's basketball team. That's the first part, but I do have some incredible news, some beautiful news. As many of you know, I just received a text message. Well, before I received that message, I was very upset about, very upset about Jesse Jackson lying in state in the U.S. House. Remember how we talked about that paying up people?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just received a text message. The late Reverend Jesse Jackson will be lying in state in his home state of South Carolina. This is very nice. They're going to lower the flags to have that in South Carolina to honor Jesse Jackson. It's a beautiful thing. I didn't mean to interrupt. I know you guys are talking about Trump and ICE, but I thought that was the least I could do. It's going to be next Monday, March 2nd. State. I will be going and flying down to pay my respects. It's a very beautiful thing.
Did you think they were going to do it at the Capitol?
No, they already rejected it. That's why I've been upset for the past several days.
No, I realize that. I just didn't know if you thought before they rejected it that they may do it.
100% I thought they were going to. I couldn't think of a reason not to.
And that was a Mike Johnson call?
That's what he said.
Okay. Maybe it was a Trump.
Maybe they'll bury him in his home state as well. They haven't released the details, but I'm going to put on a real pair of shoes. Got some from an Italian cobbler, which I'll probably wear. I've got actually 2 pairs. Anyway, you guys go back and talk about your ICE thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm done speaking. Do you think? Oh, go ahead, Pat. I didn't mean to break you. I just wanted to break the news. I just saw it, so I didn't mean to.
Oh no, I was looking something up.
I'm sorry?
I was looking something up.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to break up your, you guys are doing an anti-Trump thing. I don't like to break that up, so.
I was just playing a clip. So who was the #1 basketball team? Like Michigan or something?
Oh, the people who need to know who the people who need to know who the #1 basketball team in the country is, they know. Don't worry about it.
Okay, copy that.
Yeah, they know. Oh, man. That's fantastic. God bless Henry McMaster. Terrible politician, terrible policy, but at least he got that right. There's still time for the Republicans to turn it around. He should be laying in state. What the man did for the country is beyond dispute. But we shall see.
So I guess Trump's tariff thing is working because the market got clobbered today.
Breaking news. Breaking. More breaking news. Do you mind, Scotty Gitarelli, or do you need to go back to your CNBC reporting?
Giuseppe, go ahead.
Giuseppe Scott. Janine Pirro is giving up on prosecuting the 6 Democratic lawmakers.
I thought you were gonna call her a stupid hoe.
Now, remember us the great Kelly Clarkson? Probably the greatest. Is she the greatest? Yeah.
American Idol.
Probably. Yeah. Probably the best. Yeah. Jennifer Hudson is Jennifer Hudson didn't win. Oh, no, Fantasia. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like Fantasia better.
Wait, Fantasia didn't win, right? She was a runner-up.
No,
She
Fantasia.
wasn't even runner-up. I didn't think she was runner-up. No, Fantasia won. Jennifer Hudson didn't win. Right?
That is correct, because remember Elton John was there when Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, and I can't remember the other girl's name. They were all in like the bottom three, and he was basically ashamed of America and was like, "You guys should be ashamed of yourselves."
Latoya, what's her name?
Singers. Latoya.
No, but I remember, Ron put in the chat, I remember her coming in 7th.
No,
Like, yes?
Fantasia
Did
won.
Jennifer Hudson come in 7th? No, Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, Jennifer Hudson. Yeah, she was down there.
Yeah. Did you hear the news I just broke Kimberly Foster?
I did. What a blessing, as he was saying.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You know, Jesse Jackson's death could be one of those come back home moments for a lot of Negroes. And I have to say, I'll be honest with y'all, a lot of people are staying on code. I thought the anti-Jesse Jackson stuff was going to be a lot worse than it actually was.
I thought that the Obama brain rot was really gonna seep out. I thought it was.
Yeah.
But people have kept it together. It's these really terrifying times have shocked people back into being black.
Yeah, and I thought the conservatives were going to do him like they're going to do Al Sharpton. Although I feel like they're a little bit. I feel like if he had died 10 years ago, it would have been worse. But I'm seeing conservatives actually doing the thing. I saw one guy, the guy who's dedicated his life to denigrating Martin Luther King Jr., who I think is one of the worst human beings on the internet. I don't know his name. What's his name? All he does is like anti-MLK Jr. stuff, and he talks quietly and rationally, wears glasses, and people think he's a scholar.
Wait, who?
I forget his name, but he pops up a lot. Black guy. I can't remember. Oh, let me bring up JPZ. I forget his name. But he was like, he didn't go in on Jesse Jackson, but he did try to say stuff he didn't like about Jesse Jackson.
He had Irame. Is that who is? It's like Irame Frimpong. Is that who you're talking about?
No, it's got a regular black name. Hold on, let me dispatch this one real quick. JPZ, are you there, brother? JPZ, are you there? I just brought you. Hey, there you go. JPZ, I can't hear you, brother. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
How you doing? Yeah, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
Good. You made a point about Gavin Newsom said something. What did he say about blacks, Gavin Newsom? What are you referring to?
He said that, he's a 960 SAP guy, just like black folks. That's what he said on stage.
Stop. Is this Purnell?
Yeah, man, it's me.
Oh, what's going on, brother? How you been, man? How you been? Good. Don't keep going on mute. Keep your mic open, bro. So go ahead. Say what you were saying about Gavin Newsom. Give us the context. Here, break it down.
So, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, break it down. Go ahead, brother. Man, it's Purnell's one of my tethers.
So, like, I'm a tether.
Yeah, listen to you. You're not an American, but keep doing your thing.
Yeah, man, but it's all good. But yeah, that's what he said.
What did he say?
He said that he's a 960 SAT guy, and he said that in referring to that, he's just like the black, because he was talking to black folks, right? He was giving like a back and forth, I guess, with an interviewer. So he's being interviewed, and the Syrian was like a black forum, and that's what he said.
Okay. Did you watch the video, brother, or did you watch a clip off the internet?
I watched the video.
You watched the whole interview, or just the clip off the internet?
I watched the whole interview.
You watched the whole interview.
Yes.
Okay. So he also said that he can't read a speech. Why did he say that?
I remember him saying that.
Yeah, why? Why can't he read a speech?
Something to do with him not being able to read teleprompters or something like that.
Yeah, but why can't he read the teleprompter?
I don't know why you can't read the teleprompter. I didn't hear that part.
So you said you watched the whole video, and literally the part you're talking about comes directly after. So all you would have had to have watched was an extra 10 seconds. The reason why he can't do it is because he's dyslexic. So he literally can't read out loud. You said you watched the whole video, so you watched the part of the video where they scanned the audience? Did you watch that part?
Yeah, the audience was majority black people.
Wrong. Wrong. So let me tell you what it was. It wasn't a black forum. He had a memoir. I thought, well, you watched it. Tell us since you watched the whole thing.
No, because you telling me I'm wrong. So
Yeah.
I said,
Y'all see how easy. Yeah. You could have just. I'm about to tell you what it was. Hold on, bro. I'm about to tell you what it was. But I don't understand. I don't understand, man. I don't understand why you would lie. You know you didn't watch the whole thing. It's over an hour. You know you didn't watch the whole thing. So what it was, brother, was he was talking to the mayor of Atlanta. He was not being interviewed. It was a book talk for his new memoir. When they panned the audience, I found one black lady in it. It was overwhelmingly white because it was for his book launch. Now, because you don't live in Atlanta and you don't know how the South works, there's lots of white people. And in fact, the Atlanta Metro, I believe, is majority white. I believe. So he was actually in the audience were not overwhelmingly, quote, black folks. They were actually white. Come on, man, you're in your 50s. Don't take a 30-second clip and let it shape your brain. We gotta do better, brother. Now I know.
So you done?
Oh, go ahead, do you think?
Can I respond?
Yeah, I said, do you think? I just said, do you think? Are you high or drunk?
Well, anyway, so
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So my statement was Gavin Newsom said that he's a 960 SAT guy, right? And that makes him just like one of us. That's what that was my claim, right?
No, that wasn't your claim. Stop. I'm not gonna let you lie. Your claim was that he was a 960 SAT guy, just like black folks. And I know that was your claim. One second, bro. I know that was your claim because you not only said it, but you mentioned the black part in the chat when I screenshot it before you could delete it.
I didn't delete it.
Well, a lot of people like to delete it after I say it. But keep going. So he did not say just like black folks. He was not talking to black people.
Well, when I say us, I'm a black person.
I know you are. That's what I'm saying. But he wasn't talking about black
So
people.
when I said I was restating my claim, bro.
No, you said just like black people.
Okay, well, us black people, same thing in my eyes. Maybe not in your
No,
eyes.
but he wasn't
in my eyes.
talking to. No, you're missing it. Gavin Newsom.
That's not.
Stop, brother. We don't need to play claim. We heard it. Let's just build. Just say you didn't watch it.
Bro, can I make my statement without you doing that?
No.
Okay, but we can have a conversation. So why the fuck you want me up there for it?
Did you say?
You just let
Hold on, bro.
say
Hold on, I have a question.
Not that we say nothing.
I have a question. Calm down.
No, I talk. What do you want to be the whole statement?
1 second, but did you say?
No, I'm not going to question.
Okay.
I'm just making a statement.
All right, make your statement. I apologize.
Oh, okay, thank you very much, man. So that was my claim from the beginning. Now, what you did was, right? You didn't address that part.
I did.
You said that he wasn't talking to black people. You didn't address that that the claim that he made was that he's a 960 SAT guy.
Most Americans are.
Like black people. He didn't say that he wasn't addressing. Brother, let me finish my statement before you. Go ahead. You notice I didn't say nothing.
You told me what I didn't address, and I addressed the part. Hold on, bro.
Finish my statement and then you can address it.
No, because we were doing well. You're telling me what I didn't address. I was addressing the parts you got wrong. I can go to your full statement and go to the thing. That's what I wanted to build on. But your claim was, he said, just like black folk.
I'm done talking to you. You can move on with your conversation. If you're not going to let me talk, then we're done talking.
No, not Torre. Go ahead. That's what he said. You see how they just lie? And then it was all cool. And then he got caught in the lie. And he had to scramble out of here, like many of y'all when you go to your auntie's house and turn on the lights and the roaches scramble into the cabinets when the lights come on in the bathroom. Just like them roaches be doing. Just like, Auntie, can I get some of your cranberry juice? And you go on in there, baby. And when you come on in there, I bring the peas out, because we're going to shuck them. Auntie, did you tell me you want me to pass you the peas? Baby, I said, pass the peas. Did you say pass the peas like we used to do? I said, pass the peas like we used to do. Oh, pass the peas like we used to do. Ah, pass the peas like we used to do. Hey, pass the peas like we used to do. Ah, pass the peas like we used to do. And then you turn the light on, and the roaches go run. Did you see how they just scattered out of here? He said he watched the whole video, didn't know about the dyslexia thing, and said it was meant for a black. Why do the maggots lie? Why do they prevaricate? You know, dear friend of mine, this weekend, your mama, dear friend of mine, and we were talking about the need for a new book on the great Tennessee Williams. It's a new kind of evaluation of mid-century American culture, shot through the lens of Tennessee Williams. And it reminds me, Kimberly, Quiet Storm, the Quiet Storm is here. It reminds me of Big Daddy in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, when he constantly complains about mendacity. Why do the black maggots come in, are shaped by, infused with, and infect us with not only our earpiece or dome or brain, insane in the membrane, got no brain, they're bringing us to them, which is insane, with the mendacity, with the lies, with the purgation. Why do they do that? Now, it would be one thing if Brother She, my dear brother, uncle, one of my favorite brothers, if they were to come in here and bullshit. The great philosopher Harry Frankfurt has that small tone, thin tone. And some of you might say small tone, thin tone is oxymoronic, like jumbo shrimp, or army intelligence, or black male book club. Some of you say it's an oxymoron of sorts. But if you read in that great book on bullshit, he lays out in good, albeit concise and cogent detail, the differences between lying and bullshitting. And one thing that I don't like about Parnell, who, along with the great Indira, Manfinity, Bromuthia, Mr. Right-Sided, that I call them the coon cohort. They never really bullshit. They often simply lied. He knows he didn't watch that full interview. He watched a 27-second, if that, clip on Instagram or on YouTube or on TikTok, or it popped up as an ad in between Willow Ryder threesome videos in Ricky's room. It came in one of those forms. He didn't watch the whole video. True. He didn't listen to the whole thing on the radio. True. But he thinks we in here should pay him attention, listening to what that maggot brain full of mendacity is mentioning? He's a liar. He's a prevaricator full of mendacity. Got a different grift every day of the week. Why do they do that? And then when I said that the audience was white, he then wanted to get to the 960 part. Well, here's the gag, and I'll end here. And by end, I'll say it's simply the beginning, because I'm working in a Euroboric mode. You see. We're working in a kind of mode that has us return again and again. Not in the way that the great, if you recall Vico, the great Italian Renaissance philosopher, the great philosophy historian before Vico, of course, you have to go all the way back to Pliny the Elder. Do you remember the death of Pliny the Elder? Somebody remember Pliny the Elder? How he died? He died trying to rescue people in Vesuvius, 79 AD. Memorialized by his great son, Pliny the Younger. But if you really talk, when you get into the Renaissance, outside of Vico, you don't get a real historiographic mind of that sort till you get to Hegel. And now that I mentioned Hegel, Brother Messi is going to have to leave the room. Why? Because we're back to the Germans. The Germans make us look into the abyss, and we call that the Teletubby. You see? Now, I thought I was done for the evening. And what I realized when Purnell came in, he put a Clubhouse Season 2 battery in my back. Pause. I now have decided, like Artemis on the hunt, I need to go maggot slang. You see, they come in here and they lie. He hasn't sat down and watched a full video without a song or titties in it that lasts more than an hour since 1997. He did not watch that full Gavin. He was being interviewed at a black forum. Huh? There is always one. I'm going to let you people have it. I'm going to go back on mute. I was on mute for some time. But if somebody winds me up, they crank me up, I will in fact come back. If they crank me up like the villains at the end of every world in Super Mario Brothers 3 that had to be cranked up, I'll be here. You people go on with your room, but don't crank.
I did go ahead and watch the full length talk today. It's available on YouTube. It was actually live streamed. I didn't realize that. And do you know where it was live streamed on YouTube? That bastion of the black press.
Or Harriet.com?
Midas Touch. Very black, very proud.
They couldn't have made that interview any less black than if a black woman with a college education was in it looking for a partner. That's about the only thing less black I can think of.
My God. Not too much on the part.
The internet's definitely saying that it was a majority black audience. So that's what's going on the internet. Except I saw a video and I that's true or not.
If you watch the video, they actually pan to the audience.
And there's a whole bunch of white people.
It's a majority white audience because it is a book talk for his memoir. I mean this with all due respect, and this is not what Negroes are spending their evening. Going to listen to Gavin Newsom talk about his memoir, growing up as a rich white boy in California.
I knew it was here, I would have went.
When I saw one pan patty, I saw one black lady in there. I saw a sea of white people in their mid-50s and older.
Yeah, it was all white people.
They were pasty from what I saw. The light shining on them.
The other thing I'll say, Anthony seems to disagree, so he can't come up. So he's busy turning doors and closing more doors. The other thing about it is, what's the average SAT?
1029. He said 960. He made that.
You got it. It's like the average SAT.
I'm trying to beat the anti-black allegations, but it's a lot of people on this app that got 960.
Well, I'm looking it up now.
Or even lower.
Historical. I'm looking at historical SAT averages, and around his age. Oh. How old is Gavin Newsom?
That'd be like 60, right? Or, no?
It's 58, so he would have taken the SAT in 1985. So I need 1985. I was living in 1992. I thought it was younger than that. In 1985, the average SAT score was about 1,000. People are upset about somebody saying they got a nice SAT. He's a regular person. I thought we wanted non-elites. I thought we wanted somebody. I thought we wanted the people who didn't. I thought we wanted to get rid of the egghead elites who got caught. There are people on this stage that got 1,500s and up. Let me look. At least 2 people. And it would be at least 3 if neoliberal Shill had to, because he could just crack in and change the scores because he works for the Soviet Bureau. What's going on? So Gavin Newsom. Hey, were you here when I played it?
I wasn't here, but
let me play it.
I watched it when I was watching. I heard someone bring it up, and I was like, oh my god. So I went to watch it, and I was like, they're crazy. They have lost their fucking mind. Even if you play the clip, it doesn't even sound disrespectful.
Well, the wild part is the clip that went viral. They cut the second part off with the dyslexia. I mean, the book is a lot about the dyslexia. You know, he has a personal what's the name? Which is why a lot of conservatives, including Chris Rufo, who was the head of the conservative culture war the last 4 years, is like, this ain't the one. Hold on, I'm about to play it.
Wait, before you play it, man, let me tell you something. He's also done this book tour in San Francisco, because I went and looked all this shit up, right? He said similar things. He didn't say that I'm like you, but imagine if he would, this is what he said in San Francisco that was quoted. He said, oh my God. He said, I know what inequality looks like. He said, I know what inequality looks like. And then he started talking about his dyslexia. If he would have said that in Atlanta, but all these Negroes in Atlanta, and Fox News getting a hold of it, went crazy. Nobody went crazy in San Francisco when he said it.
I know.
This is how less they think of us as black folks.
Well, that's what's odd about it. People are still saying that the audience was black. I watched it. They hand to the audience. It's majority white. It's a Gavin Newsom book talk. With all due respect, the brothers and sisters, you know, unless it's some Sillac lady erotica, fantasy where she's dressed by some white boy who reads intersectionality and Toni Morrison. Outside of that, you're most likely not going to have a lot of black people there, unless it's the memoir for the RZA, the GZA, Method Man, Beyonce, and Kelly Rowland.
What was that one book that Motivation wrote? Decoded? Yeah.
Huh?
If it's decoded, that book that Dream Hampton goes wrote, then there's a lot of
Yes. Exactly. Come on, I'm trying to find it.
I looked it up because I'm sick. The seniors in 1985, the president of the College Board announced that their average SAT score was 906.
Oh, so he was right in there.
Yeah. He was an average American.
This is a weird one. That he's racist here, but not the 8 video. This is kind of weird. I'll tell you, hold on, I'm gonna find the video. I'm gonna play it. Okay. It's called Young Man in a Hurry.
That is weird how they would not say the 8th video wasn't racist.
Yeah, that's when he clapped back on Sean Hannity, because Sean Hannity said what Gavin Newsom said was racist, and then he clapped back on Sean Hannity, basically saying, oh, you don't care that the president says, Africa is shithole countries, the 8th video, and just started, I like that he claps back.
Yeah, that was a good clap back.
Here we go. Well, I'm convinced that Sean Hannity and Gavin Newsom have some sort of deal, because y'all remember the Sean Hannity debate when he demolished Ron DeSantis? That was insane. All right, here we go.
You're on mute.
No, I was going back a little bit. Hold on.
Okay.
And what that can hear the opportunities and privilege, but what also took away, and who I was becoming. And my mom saw that. She saw those cracks in that mask, and she challenged me. And so it's a story about resilience, redemption. It's a story about humility and grace. I think it's a very human story. I'm not trying to be someone I'm not. I can't do that anymore. I tried that for a long time, and I wasn't happy. And I say to kids all the time, learn from, don't follow others. Your expressions you need, nobody else has it. And I really just, the way we're doing, some of you may have seen some of my social media. I'm on the other side. You know this, I'm on the other side. I just am. I'm on the other side. I don't want to dream of regretting anymore. No coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's all out there. I just want to put it all out there. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. I'm literally a 960 SAT guy.
So the guy that laughs is the interviewer. He's the Matt, please. I was just bragging on liberals in New York for like an hour. Like, I hate when y'all do this on the app, when y'all act like we're cool and then you sit here and lie and shit. It was so stupid. The guy, because I never got on liberals. I just went off liberals for like an hour. I wouldn't give Republicans credit. You're right. Y'all are on the plantation. I'm actually honest. But the guy speaking, for those who don't know, is the mayor of Atlanta. He's definitely not talking to him. He went to Georgia Tech. He got way higher than the 960.
Big fact.
Let me keep going.
I cannot.
And Notorious calls it Mr. 960. I would love for Notorious to come up and tell us what he got on yesterday.
Are you playing this again?
Yeah, because the subject came up again. Sir, would you not? Would you like me to stop?
No, I was just asking.
You've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
Now that's where it stops.
Maybe the wrong business.
Wait, it stops about right here.
My dyslexia.
It stops about right there. Most of the clips that are going online, they don't talk about dyslexia.
He's talking about dyslexics, not blacks who can't read. That being said, I would love to have a read-off of many of the black Republicans and see how well they can actually read. I like to start with Notorious. Notorious, come on up and we'll see how you read, brother. Let me keep going.
Start with cat in the hat.
Anthony always does those
Back
readouts.
in the classroom with my head down, just praying the teacher didn't call on me. I dropped out.
That's it. I mean, I keep going. It's a book talk for someone who gave a memoir. Respectfully, people who are responding where they are clearly don't go to book talks and don't read memoirs.
It's because social media is like portraying it as like a majority black event. It's like a lot of Instagram and Twitter accounts are posting it like that.
I'm seeing it all over. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then like
If you watch the whole video, you'll see white people.
right, it's like all white people.
Right.
Look at Matt. Matt is so insane. Are you trolling so he can't read? Maybe that's a joke. I think he's joking.
No, he's pretty fucking dumb, so I don't think he's joking.
Nah, I think he's got to be joking.
He's not. His girlfriend's his little sister, so he's definitely not joking.
That was crazy.
Oh. But I'm going to let you and Anthony have that conversation, because remember you were looking for Anthony earlier. And Anthony,
I wasn't. Gemini was.
Gemini.
I wasn't. Gemini was looking for him.
And, okay.
I thought it was Tiana for Tiandra that said that earlier.
It was Gemini. He said, no, he didn't say that. He didn't say you that. It was Gemini.
And you confused me for Mimi.
It was me.
Oh, me. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, all black women look alike.
Yeah, we're discovering that, especially from the black males.
They definitely don't look alike.
As far as Gavin Newsom's comments are concerned, I don't think that they were racist. I think they were poorly articulated, but I don't think they were racist. It's much ado about nothing. That's where I'm at.
That's why you back channel Mimi. Or texted to Mimi.
I actually,
That's not what Mimi said.
I texted Mimi a link to the video, which I thought was hilarious. Mimi is a personal friend of mine, and I sent it via text message, and I made no comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. As a matter of fact, let me just double check.
Didn't you say something about it being racist though?
Hold on.
That's because that
I'm
was
looking right now.
Let me ping Mimi in here. Matter of fact,
Yeah, Mimi has a room going right now. You're welcome to ping. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so I sent Mimi the clip today at 10:48 a.m. and there was no comment attached to the clip. She texted me at 1:54 p.m. and says, "Coming politically correct, they want to talk about Newsom." I said, "On phone, give me a sec." That was the extent of our conversations. I
She
sent
totally
another.
misrepresented it. She totally misrepresented you, bro. That was nasty work then. That's not what she said at all. But we like Mimi, so she can get away with it.
Nah, Mimi's my girl, and I don't, I trust Mimi. Even if she misrepresented it, I don't think it was like she was trying to,
No, she was joking around.
yeah, she was just joking around. That's my people's. So I'm not mad. I don't feel no way. That's my people's.
Oh, wow.
But yeah,
You guys
so
are friends in real life off the app?
we met on the app, and I consider her to be a friend.
Wow. That's insane. I would never meet any of you psychos in real life. Especially Pat. Pat is like, I'm so full. I just ate a bag of salad. Let me go run.
no, salad tastes good. Stop it.
Anyway, so the problem with liberals is that they're elitists who score really high on tests and go to elite institutions and I comment. A liberal who people thought that was the case tells you that he has a learning disability. He can't give teleprompter speeches and other read speeches. He has to basically memorize them and riff because he has dyslexia and he hasn't overcome it. And he was well within the average range. He's just like other people. And now that's also bad. So I guess the only thing a Democrat can do to get the approval of MAGA is to shoot himself in the face. If you're a Republican, anything that, so the Democrats are liberal, me and Kimberly Foster, we're liberal elitists. We got 1550 SAT, went to elite schools. So, okay, cool, got it. And we're elitists and all that. Gavin Newsom says, I can't read the stuff outside, read out loud rather, because I have dyslexia, and he tells a story about his mom and all that kind of stuff. The story with the mom was actually kind of an interesting story. Because her mom, Neil wrote down earlier, then I read about it online. And he says, you know, I'm not sure, I'm a 960 SAT guy, which means he's average. He was using the thing that all of us took, especially that age, back then everybody said SAT. And now that's also poorly said. The Democrats should just go on stage and immolate themselves. And then they should take the Republicans would complain. Republicans would complain that they used the wrong lighter fluid.
Talking about immolation right now is so crazy because of the story you all talked about.
So bizarre. So the way people who can't read teleprompters, they use them as anchors. Even people who can read do this. They don't read it word for word. They use them as anchors. Are people really this not clued into how things happen in the world, like public speaking?
I mean, look at what Notorious and Matter.
Notorious got 200 because he put his name on it.
Honestly, reading a teleprompter is hard.
It is. It's not easy.
But every time these conversations come up, I'm always stunned, not at people's takes on it, but how uninformed they are about things I just take as common knowledge. I don't know. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. That's it. Everybody's cool with the Gavin Newsom thing, so he's no longer. So is the Tourette's guy racist? Another much ado about nothing thing today that we went over. Patty, I don't think you were there for that as well.
The rest guy is a racist, but the clip is hilarious, and I'm still don't understand what that huge time delay, why it's still aired. I just don't. Yeah, the clip is hilarious. It's they're standing there. I think they were the first presenters. The shit looks wild. It's hilarious. You know, this concept is called gallows humor. You know, you don't always have to find you can find humor in some absurd shit. You can find it in some dark shit. You ever heard of dark humor? Yeah, I found the clip hilarious. God bless you.
Does that count as dark humor?
I don't know if that's gallows humor, but I take your point.
Dark humor, whatever. Put it under the heading that suits you. All right? It might not be gallows humor. I might have misspoken. I might have used the incorrect term. I might have been wrong.
I didn't get a chance to laugh because I couldn't make out what he was saying. I do think the reaction was funny. But I couldn't make out, he said the N-word. That's why I didn't enjoy it as much as y'all did. I don't know how people.
I guess it's okay now because he thought their reaction was funny. So it's okay, Nathaniel, the band said he thought it was, somebody in there.
Yeah,
Nathaniel.
That was the person who was arguing about it earlier.
I'm still in awe of sin, but after watching Gavin Newsom for that hour, I get it. People who can become governor, they have something. He has a little something going on.
I mean, are you just saying that
Gavin Newsom would be against the Republican Party? I don't think,
I didn't make any argument about whether or not I support him. I said I understand why he's been a successful politician for all these years.
What would the gift be? Well, I'm interested in that. What would the gift be? You think that if Gavin Newsom was the nominee, that he would alienate people in the Rust Belt? What would the gift be?
I don't think he would be a great candidate. I think there's a lot of room to attack him. He's, if you go back to his record in California, there's a number of controversies and issues that I think the Republicans have. I'm not gonna. You're more than welcome to go through them and get it.
But I'm saying I don't know what you would find to be an attack. So there would be a thing I don't find to be an attack, but I don't know what you would find to be the attack. it's not objectively these things are bad, so we probably disagree. So I want to know the scandals that or whatever that you find objectionable. That's all I was asking.
Anyway, as I was saying,
that's all I thought. You ain't got nothing.
All right, cool. You're right. I ain't got none. I actually do have some, but I'm not.
Just get one.
I'm not playing the clubhouse game tonight. No, I'm not playing the clubhouse game tonight.
Having a conversation is a clubhouse game. You made a claim. I said which one, so I could.
I didn't
learn what you're saying.
I made a statement, and if you want to look up you're more than welcome to look them up. I'm saying do it right now.
No, I'm saying that.
I just made a blanket statement that I don't feel like backing up.
Of course you don't, because you can't. Because I'm saying that.
You're absolutely right.
I know. But let's talk about 25 years.
Your reverse psychology will not work on me.
It's not reverse psychology. You said there was a number of issues. Some people think the reparation thing, for whatever reason, is going to hurt them. I don't think that's going to hurt them. So I didn't know what you thought would hurt them. Some people thought what was it?
Stop giving out too much
down payment.
Nigga, stop telling us. If he know already.
Well, the housing down payment, Manfinity. What Manfinity do? What happened to Manfinity?
Don't worry about it. Yo, Ben, I have my reasons for not really trying to engage like that. I'm trying to avoid, pushing the envelope.
Pushing the envelope? Oh, is it trans stuff?
No, I have my reasons. This is not a safe space. I'm good.
Oh, he's scared. Got it.
Safe space.
You think I'm going off? I ain't gonna say nothing. I promise, Anthony. I put that on my love.
Patty, I don't know.
I put that on my love.
Patty,
I don't say nothing. I said human being. I ain't gonna say
Patty,
nothing.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yo, Patty, you got up on stage talking about you hate me, Patty. So no.
Okay, I ain't saying nothing. No.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't know.
Good.
I'm sorry. Well, I'll give one. They were thinking about giving illegals down payment assistance on housing. That was insane. Y'all remember that? Did anybody remember California saying you could get a down payment money from the that was stupid. Yeah, that was really dumb. So I didn't know, but I now I see what that is. So I apologize. I think you had some other thing going on. I thought you were just saying it. That was wild to me. It may have passed the legislature, and maybe he vetoed it or something. I can't remember right now the specifics. But that was the one where I was like, okay, he's never going to be president on that. I know he's doing this billionaires tax thing, which is going to pass, I believe. But I don't know, it could not. Because he wants them to support him when he runs for president. Otherwise, I don't think he would care. But he definitely is against the billionaires tax, so that when he runs for president, he'll get their support. Because he's been pretty cozy with a lot of the tech people. But we don't have to turn this into a, we're going to turn that into the, what's the name? No, they didn't, I don't think they got the money, the house payment, but I think they were trying to give it to him. It was for, he vetoed the bill. Yeah, he actually vetoed it. It was called the California for All Home Assistance Program. It would offer housing payments for down payment assistance exclusively in the country illegally. He vetoed that though.
See, I said I ain't gonna say nothing on everything I love for you to talk to.
Not the New York accent. They can't believe you when you have that accent.
What it do,
I'm not gonna say nothing on everything I love.
She's from the Queen.
Baby.
I heard you from the Bronx today.
Well, I was born in the Bronx.
Where you from, right?
I was born in Bronx, Lebanon.
Stop lying. You were born in L.A.
Omari in the building. What's up, champ?
Don't get kicked out of my room. I ain't California kid.
Malibu.
So you also upset about Gavin Newsom's 960T comments?
Nah, I don't give a fuck. Who cares? We got a president that makes stupid comments all the time. We're gonna get on that.
I don't even think that was a stupid comment. I think it was just
Yeah.
a conversation.
I don't think he was trying to throw shade at black people either. People just be doing the most.
I don't think it was racist. Whether or not he was trying to throw shade or whatever, we could debate that till the cows come home. I don't think it was racist. I think everybody cries about racism. Everything's racist and makes nothing racist. So it is what it is.
Yeah, this one is kind of blown up like a fart in the wind because a bunch of conservatives hopped on it, and they're kind of falling back a little bit now because I think people just watched the clip. But
I mean, the MAGA Chad is always a good microcosm to see, kind of what's going on.
But it's again, like, it's because people are framing it in a way that they think it's majority black people in the audience, and that's like what the Instagram accounts are doing, is what the Twitter accounts are doing. So that's why it's doing this whole, it's like this rage baiting thing that they're doing, and then like you see the actual audience, then you actually know what the real context.
If the clip that Donald Trump posted is supposedly posted with the Obamas depicted as, monkeys, if that was created by a black man, would that be not racist?
what? That would still be racist, yeah.
Black people?
Yeah. Not the clip itself, but I'm sorry. Yeah. Black people can make racist art against black people for sure. Yeah. The guy that played Step and Fetch It, you remember Step and Fetch? Well, we don't remember it. Only Hurricane will remember. He was a stupid. Sherry's here. Sherry's here. Sherry's here. But the Step and Fetch It guy, yeah, he did. But DeSantis, you could put DeSantis in there. DeSantis guy, I can guarantee you, Ron DeSantis got at least a 1,500 on CDC. Ron DeSantis is wildly intelligent. Y'all know about Ron DeSantis, right?
Was he Yale or Harvard or something?
I think he was
Harvard.
Yeah.
Harvard and some military academy, wasn't he? That dude is super bright.
Harvard,
Yale.
and a JAG lawyer, or JAG, wasn't he JAG?
Yeah, Ron DeSantis is.
Well,
he's
he's
like a lot younger
in
than
New Haven.
He's both.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
You had so, man, if you had an all-black planet, would there be racism on said planet?
It could be, but it wouldn't be like on the black race. It would find some other form of human categorization to have it. I don't know if they would call it racism, but it could. I don't know. Why not?
It had racism if it was an all-black planet?
It wouldn't be racism in terms of like racial difference, but there would be other categories of difference whereby social and cultural and political hierarchies could be established. So for example, in England, while all the people were white, the Jews were expelled in the 13th century as Jews. So even though they were, quote, white and looked white, they were treated as a race of people, so they were discriminated against. Queen Elizabeth said all the blackamoors have to get out. They expelled all the Jews in Spain. Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, no, it wouldn't be classicism. No. What's happening?
It'd be something tribal.
We have that in Africa. Like, there's like tribal hierarchizations, ethnic hierarchizations. Yeah, in Africa today, they're all black people. We wouldn't call it racism because it doesn't follow modern racial categories. But
I think he's trolling you, though. Like, I don't understand why that was his question.
Okay.
I'm not trolling him, actually, but whatever, man.
You were being serious with that question.
I was dead ass serious.
I thought he was serious.
Okay.
I'm dead ass
I was
serious.
trying to help him, but I guess he does.
You trying to help me? Come on.
But don't the social science girlies talk about processes of racialization? Like, that's Jewish people experienced in, what is it, the 1300s or whatever when they were expelled? Isn't that?
So far over his head, right?
Oh, okay.
yeah, I wouldn't talk about racialization.
Okay, my bad.
You're right, but you so over his head. He wanted to try to
say no, so he could say, "Oh, you're saying black people can't be racist." That's what he wanted.
You can't make this stuff up, man. On another stage, on another day, we'll have this conversation.
Wait. You don't think there could be ethnic, social, hold on. You don't think there could be bigotry within one group of people? I don't understand.
You can have, like, amongst black people, you can have colorism. You know, light skins versus dark skins. Absolutely. That is not racism. Somebody could be homophobic. That is not racism. You know,
what about the suppression of Igbo people by Yoruba people? What would that mean?
Do you know what racial classification is? Do you know how many races there are? How many races are there?
Well, who would you like to go through? The Germans? You want to do Bloomington?
Okay.
You want to do the French? You're asking me if I know about racial categorization?
Okay. So when race was invented, how many races were there?
When race wasn't independent on the thinker, that's what I'm asking.
Wow, I'm talking about the original thinker, the first person to come up with the concept of race.
There was no original thinker.
There was no. Okay. Wow. Interesting.
Come on, you guys, I can't hear them. Everybody just, I don't understand. When the original thinker, you think there was one person who came up with racial categories? In the modern context, it was based off the empire, and it was based off whether they were in for a kind of quasi-colonization, whether it was enslavement, whether it was based on religion, it was linked to what was called Mohammedanism. I don't know what you mean by who was the original? You have an original thinker for race? Break it down. You'd be the richest man on earth. You would get every endowed chair and like 20 universities. Who was the original thinker? Just tell us who it was.
People like Linnaeus, 1735.
So you just Googled it?
I actually did. So
Linnaeus would be late. We had racial categories before Linnaeus.
Okay, beautiful. Linnaeus would be late.
Let me answer the question. Linnaeus will give us a classification. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You go ahead. Linnaeus
would be late, so I'm asking you who came before Linnaeus.
Lots of people did. They were talking. Shakespeare talked about race. You had notions of race. Ages. You had notions of race. Who was it? The Aethiop in Herodotus. That's why I don't. You ask a question, you just don't know what you're talking about. So my question for you, when you said if you had all black people, could you have racism? And my point is, you would not, if it was just all black people on the planet, you would not have white-black racism, but you have a kind of bigotry that would be based off forms of social ascription that would put certain people over other people that could be based off of phenotypical characteristics. And I gave examples of intraracial conflicts, like the Jews when they were expelled from from England in 1290. Like they were expelled from Spain. I don't. And so for them, race was like religion. The term race is malleable, protean. It has motility.
I did catch up on the Black and Jewish History documentary.
That was good, sure.
I tell one little tiny thing about episode 2. When he talked about when he talked first. No. It was the Olympics. And when he mentioned that section of sports, and then I think there was a sentence or a statement they were saying, and they destroyed the idea of superiority. And I'm like, but wait a minute. You forget 2 years later, Joe Lewis would beat Max Spelling 2 years later. And I'm like, oh, they didn't mention Joe Lewis. That was interesting.
Are you talking about the 34? Was it 34, 36 or something like that?
Well, the Olympics is a 36, and the boxing match between Joe Lewis and Max Spelling was in 38. 2 years after the Olympics. Because it was also about the anti-Nazi campaign, so expanded to 38 with that. Because it's also significant, too, when we talk about that in history, when we talk about that idea, that sports section. I'm surprised they didn't mention it, but maybe they didn't have to. I don't know.
There was a lot. The whole thing was just, there was a lot packed in every episode, I thought.
There is a lot that's packed into it, but other than that, I think it's a solid documentary.
Yeah, I didn't find anything. Again, I was surprised that they even touched some of the third rail stuff that they touched on.
I'm so glad they did too, because I was nervous that they weren't going to, and it would feel, favoring.
Yeah. Oh, well, it was interesting though. They added in the Leo Frank case in Georgia in 1914 because that was also important.
Mm-hmm.
That was very important, right? And to this day, we still don't know who killed Mary Fagan. But yeah, and I always thought that case was fascinating because not only becomes this legal case, but it also, it reverberates throughout society. When we talk about the whole egg culture, when you create a song out of it. The song of Mary Fagan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I thought it was a solid documentary.
Yeah, there was a few things I didn't even know about. I'm glad I learned about. Particularly, I think it was the teachers one, and was it Brownsville, Ocean Hill? I did not know about that.
Oh yeah.
Well, to this day, is it Judah Benjamin? He's still the highest ranking Jewish person in the history of American governments, if you count the Confederacy as an American government.
Yeah. Well, you would have to count it. I would.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, you would.
I mean, he was a senator. Was he a senator at one point? I know he was the Secretary of State of the Confederacy. Was he a senator at some point? He might have been a senator at one point. But they included it, and I don't think that they really shied away from a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I agree. And also the part which I never, growing up in the, as a Yankee and Jewish, not knowing any Southern Jews, understanding kind of what was going on there and the difference especially during the Civil Rights era, about how much more quiet they were down south for their own reasons. And that I never even really thought. It makes sense, but it's not something that we talked about up here. We didn't even, in fact, Southern Jews are kind of foreign in some ways to us.
Well, you know what? I'm also glad that in the documentary they did mention when there's the reiteration of the KKK around 1915. It just wasn't about anti-blackness. It was also this. They also had anti-immigration, right? Because that's also a part of it too. So they have the anti-immigration, they have the anti-blackness, they have the anti-Catholic at that time, and to let everyone know that the KKK existed just about in every state in the Union. There were Klan rallies in New Jersey. In Indiana at the time, but I think by the time that they were, that timeline that they gave, by 1925, in the state of Indiana had the largest KKK members in the country. It swelled up to 2 million. It swelled up to 2 million people as members.
One of the things that the documentary doesn't do, it does a little bit if you really latch onto it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a documentary that is less sort of for a mainstream PBS audience, which is really to say a kind of documentary that you could play for relatively to fully gifted high school students. I actually think that's how those are pitched, which I think is fine. I think it's fine. I'm not saying that's an insult. But it would be to track, and they kind of do it, but Gates in his narrative doesn't really, but it would be to track the sort of the waves of Jewish, of the Jewish prince. And,
oh, yes.
And where they're migrating from. What are the conditions that they're leaving behind and the conditions that they are moving into, and how that shapes their relationship to blacks and vice versa. Now you do have some of that, of course, when they talk about the influx of Jews from the late 19th century through the 30s and 40s. So you do have some. I'm not saying it's not completely there, but it is interesting to think about what we might call ancestral American Jews. They have a different, especially in the South, they have a different relationship. They have a different relationship to the racial order than people who migrated. So, for example, sure you know this, all those Al Jolson movies, Jazz Singer, all those about Jewish immigrant stories, that's a different kind of Jewish American story than Judah Benjamin's story, you know, than someone who came in the 1850s, you know, from England or whatever. So they really couldn't track that, but they do a good enough job. I give it a B+, people say mine.
Yeah, that's, you know, I was thinking along that line. I was like, it's definitely like a solid B around that. Yeah, like a B minus. I thought it's fine, and I think there's another episode, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't.
There's 4. I mean, I watched 4. So
it's 4. Yeah, it's 4.
I only watched 3.
Yeah, there's another.
Oh yeah, it's.
I don't think it does. Yeah.
They tied things in nicely, I think, into the modern day on number 4. But I know that when watching, like, I know it was pretty good in that it made me uncomfortable. And that was my takeaway, is like, it was heavy, it was uncomfortable, I learned a lot. And that's why it kind of felt good. Like, all right, they did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, there's a lot packed in there, because I was like, you know, the whole thing about Jewish and black people in entertainment, that could have been a documentary of its own.
Well, they didn't even touch on television, like the, you know, Norman Lear and like all that kind of stuff, which that's a whole other thing. And, you know, I'm kind of glad they didn't, because that's been gone over, I think, a fair amount. So a lot of this.
Did they do the Birth of a Nation thing? I can't remember.
They only talked about it 30 seconds. They only talked about it in relation to the Leo Frank case, right? So that's where it came in at, and I'm like, oh, I wish they had talked about that a little longer. So, because that was important to talk about. They mixed it all in. It was all in when they were talking about the program and that Leo Frank case, which, yeah. And then he said, well, it's the same year as Birth of a Nation. I'm like, oh, that's all you're going to talk about? Okay, that's it. All right. I guess it didn't have time.
Yeah, like, I didn't know about that. Was that Kansas housewife or something that would to integrate schools prior to the Brown versus Board of Education? I didn't know anything about her. I thought that was fascinating.
Well, see, because the history doesn't include when you talk about this whole idea of everyday people. Can I say everyday people, regular people in that case? I would be using.
I don't know. You're talking to all the black audience of black people. People might get offended. You know, everybody in here got all the black people in here got 1,300 on their SATs or higher. So, you know, you say 960, these black people, they get really offended. Be careful.
that we'll never know that have done a lot of stuff on the ground and locally. I mean, but a lot of that is also local history that you can't find out about. I'm quite sure people in Kansas would know about it.
Knew about it.
Or knew about
Republicans
it.
took over Kansas, so they don't know the history.
Well, there's that.
Unless it's Confederate history. Republicans only fight to preserve Confederate history. They don't fight to preserve other non-American history. Their president is taking down plaques about slavery and Medgar Evers' killer because, that's divisive, but keep the Confederates up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They didn't even mention Spotwood Robinson's name. Which I thought was interesting when they were talking about the 5 other cases. They mentioned Oliver, but they don't mention Spotwood Robinson. Well, it was one of the cases of Brown versus Board of Education, the 5 cases that they merged together. Oliver and him would come out of Virginia, and then he would later become the circuit. He would later become the circuit judge in the district of D.C. court, federal court. But again,
I didn't know, Sherry. The evolution of SNCC, or I didn't know anything.
Oh yeah, and David. That was messy.
So that's the part that the pro-blackers who read and the leftists don't like. When they get to the 60s, that's the part of the documentary that the really the online leftists really hate, is that part.
What part?
About SNCC, because they think that Gates in the documentary makes the SNCC people come out to be fully anti-Semitic and that they didn't have a critique. They didn't have a valid critique. So they don't like, the part where they talk about the cartoon with the hand that had the Star of David on. Remember the cartoon?
Oh, yeah.
The political cartoon? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people be upset about that part.
Yeah.
I didn't even feel that, it felt natural to me why they would do it. The cartoon is bad, so I've seen that in all, it doesn't matter. But it felt natural why they would. So and I didn't know how it all happened, but none of it felt anti-Semitic. It felt natural. And it did understand the kind of, the notion that, we know how this is done, so let me help you. And I understand why people would react to that and push back against that and say, no, we have to take this from here. And I didn't see that as anti-Semitic at all.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. It is something that it was founded by those young people. And Ella Baker. Did you mention Ella Baker?
I don't think so.
It's
very masculine. The documentary is very masculine. That's another critique of it.
Because that would be my critique of it, that you don't mention Ella Baker because she is the one, she is the mentor, she's the facilitator, right, of SNCC. And she pretty much left them alone. Because she was like, let the young people run it, right? And she was always there to give advice or whatever she was needed. She may not have always agreed with them, but that wasn't the point. It's that they were needed. That whole idea, whether or not, and it was a huge argument. It was a huge argument about it within SNCC to whether or not to kick white people out of it or not. You had H. Rap Brown, Marion Barry, who were like, kick them out. And John Lewis was like, no, let them stay. And I think Julian Bond was on the side of of Brown and Marion Barry. I'm not sure. I'm not particularly sure, but he's a part of it too. Diane Nash, all of that. There's a book that just came out, the memoir of James Larson. He might talk about it because I think he was also part of it. But yeah, it was a huge contention in SNCC. I think to the extent that some of the members stopped speaking to one another. Diane Nash does not go to John Lewis's funeral. She's not there.
Sherry, you definitely gotta watch the last episode because I think that's the one that deals with like I think Middle East.
Jesse Jackson is in that.
70s, yeah. Also 70s Israel, which I know about like Bayard Rustin. Like they showed clips of him, which was I mean, again, like I don't get to see a lot of this stuff, so a lot of this was just like so eye-opening and fascinating, and also the like division within the older community of civil rights as some newer ones, and it's fascinating because then you get to see kind of like the genesis, maybe not the genesis, but you know how the divisions continue to grow from 67 onward.
Yeah, I mean, because I think people don't even realize at that time, SNCC was becoming more radical. That's why it's interesting to me when you have people on the left that they'll have this critique for SNCC and forget about the part how, as it would go on, because also, Kwame Nkrumah was also part of SNCC. They become more radical. They come out against the Vietnam War. So there's a lot too. I mean, it becomes complicated. So yeah. With SNCC, I think it's yeah.
I mean, honestly, maybe I'm such a masochist. I haven't seen Mississippi Burning in probably like 25 years, but I went to watch it right after.
Oh, you know what? I read the book. Oh, that book is old. That book is 30. Came out. When did that book come out? The book came out in 91.
Yeah, I think the movie was early 90s or something like that.
Yeah, but I think the film is like 94. Yeah, that's the film. Yeah, it comes out in 94. But no, it's a solid documentary.
Who was the original thinker of Judaism?
Oh, don't ask me that question. I don't know.
Who do you guys think the original thinker of
Abraham?
Original thinker? What the fuck? The original thinker of race. There was a man, an original thinker.
That question, I don't even know why you answered that question. I don't know how you entertained it.
So, like, in his mind, he thinks, like, somebody just created race one day and then from thereafter, just what?
Monday, no race. Tuesday, race. You know what I call that? I call that cartoon brain. That's what I call it.
So there's got to be like a villain, like somebody that you can put this on.
And you get the answer by just Googling it. And you come up with Linnaeus in the 1730s and 40s. Linnaeus.
I don't even know who that is. I thought he was on the Peanuts or something.
No, you know Linnaeus. He's very important in the history of scientific classification. You know, the phylum, genus, kingdom, and all that stuff.
Cool story, bro.
Wait, are you kidding?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Like, you don't know about binomial nomenclature? Like, what's going on?
I mean, but I've heard.
You have heard of Homo sapiens, haven't you?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, you did not ask that question. I mean, my 8-year-old niece can ask better questions. What's going on? What's happening?
That threw me for a loop, actually.
I know it did, because I'm like, what in the world is he talking about?
You gave him such a profound and serious answer. I thought you realized what he was doing, but he said he was serious. So I just.
Oh yeah, he was serious. He was. Yes, he was serious.
Yeah, I was trying to save him, but.
Yeah, don't do that.
Any of the lawyer standards, shut up.
That's exactly. Because you know what? My motto is low expectations. Yes.
So I think there are two ways to respond to trolling. I think if someone's trolling by asking a question that is so stupid it's virtually unanswerable, or the answer is in the question, then you can just crash on. But if he was trolling to give somebody a serious answer who thinks they're trolling, I think that actually scrambles their brain. So I don't know if he was trolling or not, but I give a serious answer. These are very simple answers. I mean, they're not hard answers.
That's true. They do glitch out when that happens.
You know who was on local Texas TV defending President Trump's posting of that meme?
Jasmine Crockett?
Oh, God damn.
Was it Wesley? It was Wesley, right?
It was Wesley. It was Wesley.
You know what's crazy? I saw the clip and I'm like, I had no idea he was black. I didn't even know that. And because I'm like,
he's polling kind of high still. He's around 20%. Who are his supporters? Like the most diehard MAGA? Like, who are the 20% for this guy?
There are MAGA that also think that Paxton is disgusting. And then there are also people who think that Cornyn is too measured and responsible. And I think Hunt is grabbing up the MAGA Paxton haters and the we need something different, get rid of Cornyn haters.
Kimberly, is there like a, see, I'm not racist, I voted for blank part community?
Oh, I totally think that is a thing. Oh, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm eating. I'm gonna mute up.
What are you eating?
Maple glazed salmon and broccoli. Oh, that sounds good.
And Hero, you're in the room. Take notice of how you mute when you're chewing. Thank you, Jim.
Wait, who'd you say?
And Hero.
She was jumping down yesterday, boy.
Oh, I have another question for you, man. Did you finish reading Kingdom Come?
No, I'm not going to read it. I'm actually not going to read it until it's on my calendar for late June. So I'm not going to read it late June. It is my office stuff.
So your TBR is bigger than mine.
Your what?
I said your TBR is bigger than mine.
What's TBR?
To be read.
Oh.
Yours is bigger than mine. I'm reading it now. And I'll finish it this week. But it's good so far.
Experiences, this is Hurricane, are you there?
Yes.
Why did you think Wesley Hunt is not black?
Wait, what did I think? I actually had only heard the name, and I only heard that he was like in third place on the Republican side. So I just made the assumption. No reason otherwise.
Okay, so you hadn't heard his voice or anything like that, or?
No. I didn't heard, no, nothing. Like I mean, it's a reasonable assumption. You know, you get three guys running on a Republican ticket for senator, and yeah, and also Wesley Hunt is rather generic. I guess it could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can talk now. So I listened to this podcast. It's called the Focus Group Podcast from Sarah Longwell of this platform called The Bulwark. I do not support them. I do not, because they are still nasty Republicans, but I do like that podcast. And most recently, she did a focus group about the Republican primary in Texas. And I don't know if everybody knows this, but Ken Paxton is a real scumbag, like a real sleazeball. Like, he was impeached by the Republican-controlled Texas House. But he wasn't convicted by the Senate because of his really shady business deal. I mean, he's been caught up in so much stuff. And so there are all of these MAGA people who feel like they don't have a home because they don't want to support a Paxton because he has been caught up in so much shit, but they want somebody who is hardcore. And Hunt has been angling, to get super, super close to Trump over the last, we'll say, year or so. I mean, he's been to the White House many times. He's flown private with Trump and all of that kind of stuff. And so he's getting those people.
So what's the calibration on like how Wesley Hunt would do versus either Tallarico or Crockett?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I've seen any polling on that. I think people just assume he has no shot. I don't know if I've seen any head-to-heads with Hunt and Crockett or Hunt and Tallarico.
Well, I know Paxton really wants to win because he wants to be a senator, I understand that. But listening to his interviews and other Republicans who are supporting him, they really think that Paxton could lose. It's obviously he wants to win all this stuff. That's obviously true. But they're very concerned. And they're concerned about what it would do for the House, Texas House and Senate as well. Like, they're very, very concerned about Paxton. Like, the numbers where Paxton is only winning by 1 or losing by 2 or 3, my reading of their tone suggests that they think he could lose by a comfortable margin, like 6-7 points. That could just be them performing fear. But my pseudo read, it feels very real to me.
I totally believe the fear, but Matt is on stage. Take it away.
Wait, what did I say? I just got back.
Oh, we were talking.
He wasn't listening. He was drinking creatine.
I actually got I got an offer from Netflix for a series we pitched to them last week. So
that's great. Congratulations.
That's wonderful. Congratulations. His name is Danny Miller. He reps Maya Rudolph as well. He's really, really cool. Hersch Wallerstein, Matt Loff, Hammond Fishman, if you want to go look up who he is. But yeah, God is good. I'm not Christian again.
Still not black.
Shut up.
Christian, but not black.
Shut up. We were talking about the Republican concern that Paxton would lose in the general.
Yeah, so here's what's happening on Friday. Trump is coming to a little shithole town in Texas, a Republican stronghold, and is doing a rally. And everyone is wondering, and everyone is wondering who he's going to be talking about. We presume it'll be an endorsement. And I think, because I'm always wrong, I think he's going to endorse Paxton. Paxton is up in every single poll. Paxton is up in all of the odds, Polymarket and Call Sheet. It does not make sense to endorse Corny. You're endorsing someone who actually has shown you he's losing the race. So it seems like the MAGAs have been out. They've actually shown a strong showing. Yes, Democrats are outvoting them right now in Texas, but MAGA's not. It's not like MAGA's not MAGAing. And all Trump's going to do in his presence being there is going to put MAGA out to vote more. So, and MAGA focuses and support Trump and partially Hunt. Paxton and partially Hunt. They don't like Cornyn. So, my theory is he's endorsing Cornyn at this rally to, soon dismay. I can be wrong.
He's endorsing Paxton, you mean?
Paxton. Oh, got my brain. Yes, he'll be endorsing Paxton in my opinion at this rally, and I think that it will be something that torpedoes Hunt completely if he's not already been. And because what Paxton wants, he wants the two-way race. He's open to just winning outright, which I think he actually might. But he's also open to a runoff between him and Cornyn. He wins then. Like we all know, Paxton beats Cornyn. Where he gets fucked is if Hunt somehow becomes the person he faces off against, or if Cornyn faces off against Hunt, then you kind of get like. I think it's still going to go Cornyn, but Hunter has a chance if he's fighting Paxton, if that makes sense. That's my theory. I think it's going to be interesting. I've been looking at all the voting totals every single day, all the counties that make sense. It's currently a toss-up in my mind. South Texas is voting like crazy though, y'all. Like, it's crazy. It's not at 2020, it's not at 2018 levels yet, but it's getting there in the early vote. And it's very, very, very blue. So it's getting kind of interesting for a lot of the folks that, particularly the Latinos, because according to all the lying polls, I call them liar polls, he's beating and winning all the Latinos, which I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. I think he's doing better with Latinos than she is. But unfortunately, this is it's going to be pseudo, because it's vibes, because I don't have data to show, obviously, the split. They're not telling us, they're not doing like exit polling in the early vote, so we don't really know. It's just guesstimations and shit. But me and all the little election nerds on X all feel like it's probably a tilt Tallarico right now. But some other folks think it is that Jasmine's leading because of how much Dallas is showing out, despite the South versus North and suburban Dallas split that they don't want to also let.
Okay, so I follow. I love the real modelers. Shout out to the real model girls. I follow one on Threads who is proudly on the Crockett rocket, as he would say. And, and he's actually expressed a lot of concern about Harris County in particular, because according to his model, Black people are making up a smaller share of the electorate, and Latino turnout in Harris County is up a lot.
I wonder who was saying that the other day.
Well, that's why people are also saying, like, are the Latinos going for her, like the little fake line poll say, or for the national poll, Emerson, are they going to Tallarico? That's where you get into the argument of, well, which poll is right? Then you go to sample, then you sample size, then you go, you know what I'm saying? So then it becomes like very pseudo and very vibesy. And I'm just like, well, I think a lot of people are going to Tallarico. I don't think they're going for Crockett. I don't think they're breaking for her. I even would dare to say 65-70% of them are going for Tallarico over her. That's just me. And also, here's the other thing. The majority of Latinos do not vote in early elections. Like, they don't vote early. They vote the day of. They vote E-Day. So that's why we are also, hey, Brett, we're talking about your hometown, bro. I just feel like we're going to have a better understanding, obviously it's after election day, but of course then it's all over. But early voting ends on Friday, guys. Or Saturday. Wait, the 27th is what day? Is that Saturday or Friday?
That's a Friday.
Friday, okay.
Yeah, last day of the month is Saturday.
Yeah, they're outperforming 2022. They haven't reached 2018 levels yet, which is what's concerning slightly, but I don't know that a lot of people are going. I mean, you're not going to really get a better understanding of that until the days continue to go on, and also E-Day vote. Like, let's see what Latinos do then on that day. They are, though, there's a 45% chance Democrats will outvote Republicans in the entirety of the early vote, and in the primary. That's what Polymarket said, which I think is interesting. It's up to 45-46%. That they think Democrats will outvote Republicans. I mean, that outright shows you that if Tallarico wins the primary, there's an argument that, well, could he then absolutely, win the general? I don't know. Yeah, I did see that, Brett. The crock pots really need to get back to dishwasher and clean themselves. Filthy.
The New Yorker profile. Wait, what are the crock pots saying? Hey, y'all. I figured let me come up since I brought it up. So Kim posting that to call him not a team player, to basically say that, like, wow, this is crazy. It's so bad. He's so bad. And like all of that type of sentiment that he's a fraud. What did that Christopher Boozy boy say down on the Twitter again? Because he's one of the main ones who brought it up.
Christopher Boozy has been so wrong. Remember Debbie, our senator from Florida that was supposed to win a year or two ago? Remember her?
Yes. But he said, we tried to fucking warn y'all. And then he quoted he basically said, last May, Beto, along with Castro and Allred, were putting together a plan to win Texas. And James Talarico told them, I don't care what you guys are doing with your little huddle. Fuck all of y'all. I'm doing this.
Which is a literal lie. He said on that Zoom with Beto, Joaquin Castro, Colin Do Nothing Allred, so haven't milked a head. Who else was it? It was the four of them. And he actually spoke to Crockett before this Zoom because he was concerned she wasn't invited and wanted to know, are you planning on running? She said, I'm not looking at 24. Sorry, I'm not looking at 26. I'm looking at 2030 to challenge Cruz. He said, okay, cool. He jumps in, does the call. They're trying to convince him to go for governor or go for this or go for that. He was convinced he wanted to go for Senate, right? After he realized his good homegirl, right? Home skillet biscuit, shout out to Raven Smoke, was going for re-election, right? They did the quorum bullshit. Her seat got moved 4 miles to the fucking west. Even though she could have just ran in the new Texas 30, she's decided now to go for Senate. Last minute, she calls him and asks him to go for governor. He said, I can't go for governor. Now I'm going for Senate. I'm already in the race, as you know. My really good friend Gina is going for governor. I would not be able to do that to her. And he goes, are you sure you want to go for Senate? Like you said, it was 20, you were ready in 2030. She goes, well, they moved me out of my district, and I think this is my chance now. He goes, well, I respect you. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to just back out of the race. And so she managed to convince Coughlin to do that, though. So she got in and was playing chess and trying to manipulate people and push them out of races they were already in for her benefit, trying to build a bench. She talked about this before she announced she officially was running the day of the fucking deadline. She is a liar, and all of her fucking surrogates are fucking liars.
For me, the article, like, that little part that everybody's using to make Talarico look bad, he doesn't look bad to me, because at the end of it, Joaquin Castro is sitting over there saying, like, well, what is it? O'Rourke is basically like, what the fuck? What is this guy on? Type beat. And Castro was just like, listen, he has balls, and that's what it takes to win the state. Like, I mean, we can sit up here and say what the fuck we want, but like, this is the type of energy we need to get where we're trying to go. Which made me upset, because then it was just like, well, Castro, like, since you know everything and you got your fucking degree, I need you to do more work. What's going on?
He's too quiet, and he's playing this safe game, Britt. Like, bro, we're at the little place with the little Latino boy who got snatched up because his dad ran out the car and left him in and shit, right? Why are you not speaking up more about what's going on? Why are you not even endorsing? And also this is to Crockett's. So this is low-key to support Crockett. I'm going to say something. Why are you at an event with her and you're not going to post a photo of you and her? You're trying to stay so clear of the primary. Like, this is just weird to me, dude. Like, pick someone to support. Gina, same thing. James endorsed you. You just found out Crockett was trying to get you pushed out of the fucking governor's race you entered by trying to convince your friend in the fucking legislature to enter in the race and basically fuck you because he's more popular than you are. I don't know if any of you know this. Gina Hinojosa only jumped into the fucking governor's race because she couldn't recruit someone with a bigger name ID to enter in her state. She wanted someone big. She was trying to work. She was, working the phones, trying to work her political connections, see who she could convince to jump in the governor's race in the fucking summer. She couldn't get anyone bigger than her, anyone that she felt had a shot. So she jumped in instead. Right? Well, guess what? Crockett then tried to move you out the race to move James in. I would be pissed off after I wasted all that time announcing, running, fundraising, etc. All for Jasmine to be playing chess. You should should have just endorsed James and Castro. She's in Congress with you. You just went to an event with her for that little boy. Why don't you just endorse her? Obviously, you want to. This is just stupid.
It is so stupid. After all this, Beto still hasn't endorsed Crockett.
Yeah, I'm still going to raise some Beto O'Rourke here. I mean, let's see how this one. Latinos. Adios. Sick of the shit. I'm sick of it. I'm really tired of it. And then all that, I'm sorry also for Castro not to even run at all. Like, bro, who would it be on a chairman of a committee? Who gives a fuck? He should have been the one that ran for governor. And his brother should have ran for lieutenant governor. And you should have had the Castro twins. The super twins, the super Latino twins. Let's go. Fuego. What's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
I do think, they gonna need somebody who has enough name recognition across the state in effort to go up against that $100 million that Abbott has in his war chest. But I think that, outside of Beto, who ran the first time and then after that didn't run anymore, tried to run for president and then just, fucked off. I do feel like some of these people are running scared of Abbott with all that goddamn money. Because they know they're going to get outspent and they don't want to get shellacked that bad. Scare money don't make money, so I don't know what to do.
They are. It is the... Oh, crap. I just fucking stepped on my fucking glasses.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I mean, I'm going to say this. Colin already takes APAC money. She should have convinced him to run for governor. Fuck it. You already take APAC crypto money, bro. Who gives a fuck? It should have been, if they wanted to run a ticket, just to run a ticket, she wants to run statewide so bad. She could go for AG. He could go for governor if they wanted him, because he loves APAC money. Put up one of the Castros, Julian, who ain't doing shit, former San Antonio mayor. He can go for lieutenant governor, Puerto Rico for Senate. And then, other Joaquin, stay your ass in the house, because you want to be in the house. There you go. There's a ticket. That's a decent ticket. What's going on?
What I was going to say before the unfortunate event was I agree with you, Britt. All of these people are scared. I think they're all scared. And I used to be on the Beto train. I'm off of it. Because I don't believe that story. I don't believe the story of the New Yorker. I don't think it happened that way. I've actually heard him talk about that story and not say anything even close to that before.
It's just crazy that they don't even have the details right. Like, the events were unfolding in real time. We were reading about them as they were happening. And they want to change it to whatever it was to benefit Crockett.
But I think the other thing about that is that, and this is not even saying that the electorate is smart enough to pick up on